Empathy, the key to modern leadership and lasting success. In today's fast-paced world, where leaders are often more focused on quick wins and instant results, the real secret to success lies in empathy and infinite thinking. Ready to unlock the tools to build lasting relationships, resilient teams, and a fulfilling career? This audiobook will show you how. Welcome to Media Deem, where we uncover the essential skills for effective, long-term leadership. In this transformative audiobook, we explore how empathy and infinite thinking can redefine success in both your career and personal life. If you've been feeling stuck in a corporate culture that values short-term gains over genuine human connection, this audiobook will open your eyes to a whole new approach to leadership. Learn how to foster trust, inspire growth, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. Focus points. The importance of empathy in leadership for building trust, cooperation, and growth. How empathy can improve your leadership and help you understand others better. Why corporate environments need to shift from finite to infinite thinking. The dangers of instant gratification and the value of patience in long-term fulfillment. Practical steps to apply empathy and infinite thinking in your career and personal life. What you'll learn. How to become a more empathetic and effective leader. The difference between finite and infinite thinking and why it matters. Strategies for building meaningful, lasting relationships in work and life. How to break free from the cycle of instant gratification and focus on sustainable success. Focus point 1. The importance of empathy in leadership for building trust, cooperation, and growth. Empathy, often misunderstood as mere sympathy or kindness, is one of the most critical and transformative qualities of effective leadership. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to see the world through their eyes. For leaders, empathy is a powerful tool that fosters trust, encourages cooperation, and leads to both personal and organizational growth. Empathy as a leadership trait became more prominent with the rise of emotionally intelligent leadership models. Daniel Goleman, in his groundbreaking work on emotional intelligence, highlighted empathy as one of the 5 key components of emotional intelligence, essential for building meaningful relationships in both personal and professional settings. Leaders with empathy can connect with their teams on a deeper level, leading to higher employee satisfaction and engagement. When people feel understood and valued, they are more likely to trust their leaders, commit to shared goals, and give their best efforts. Building trust through empathy. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and in the workplace, it's vital for collaboration and productivity. When leaders display empathy, they create an environment where team members feel safe to express themselves, share their ideas, and even admit to mistakes. Empathy allows leaders to understand the concerns and challenges their team members face, whether it's professional struggles or personal hardships. This understanding leads to tailored support, which helps individuals overcome obstacles and perform better. A study conducted by Business Solver found that 93% of employees would stay with an empathetic employer, highlighting the clear connection between empathy and employee retention. Trust cultivated through empathetic leadership makes it easier for teams to navigate difficult situations, as they know their leader will act in their best interest, not just for the sake of profit or performance metrics. Consider the approach of Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, who turned around the company's culture by leading with empathy. Nadella emphasized the importance of empathy in innovation, stating, "Empathy makes you a better innovator." By focusing on understanding his employees and customers, he was able to foster a more collaborative, open, and forward-thinking company culture, contributing to Microsoft's resurgence as a global leader in tech. Empathy encourages cooperation. Empathy is not just about building personal connections. It is the key to unlocking better cooperation and teamwork. When leaders are empathetic, they encourage a culture of open communication and mutual respect. Team members are more likely to support one another, share insights, and work together toward common goals when they feel understood and respected. This sense of unity can significantly improve team dynamics, making it easier to overcome conflicts and stay aligned even during challenging projects. Renowned psychologist Carl Rogers believed that true understanding comes from listening with empathy. He proposed that people are more willing to listen and cooperate when they feel understood. In leadership, this means that empathetic leaders who actively listen to their teams can create a space where diverse opinions are heard and collective decision-making becomes more effective. Empathy drives growth. Empathetic leaders are growth-oriented, not only for the organization, but also for individual team members. By understanding the strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations of each team member, empathetic leaders can provide the right opportunities for personal development. They create environments where people feel valued for who they are, not just what they can do. This sense of belonging drives employees to grow and excel as they see their leaders genuinely care about their success. In the context of organizational growth, empathy enables leaders to adapt to changing needs, both internally and externally. As markets evolve and customer preferences shift, empathetic leaders can anticipate these changes by understanding the deeper motivations and emotions behind them. This allows organizations to innovate and stay ahead of the curve. Recommendations for leaders. Practice active listening. Make an effort to fully understand your team's perspectives without interrupting or jumping to conclusions. Be present. Show genuine interest in the well-being of your team, not just their work performance. Foster an open environment. Encourage honest conversations where team members feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and feelings. Prioritize emotional intelligence. Focus on developing empathy and emotional awareness as core leadership skills. Lead by example. Demonstrate empathy in your daily interactions, setting the standard for how your team should treat one another. By embracing empathy, leaders not only create a more harmonious and cooperative workplace, but also unlock the full potential of their teams, driving both individual and collective growth. Focus point 2. How empathy can improve your leadership and help you understand others better. Empathy is not just an emotional skill. It's a strategic leadership tool that enhances decision-making, communication, and relationship building. Empathetic leaders are more attuned to the needs, challenges, and motivations of their team, which makes them more effective at guiding and inspiring others. Understanding others on a deeper level allows leaders to anticipate problems, prevent conflicts, and provide solutions that resonate with the human side of work. This deeper connection fosters loyalty and creates a positive culture where individuals can thrive. Research from the Center for Creative Leadership highlights that empathetic leaders are seen as more effective by their employees. Their ability to understand and connect with their team members leads to better collaboration and higher performance outcomes. Empathy improves leadership by transforming interactions from transactional to relational, encouraging long-term commitment instead of mere compliance. The impact of empathy on decision-making. Leaders often face difficult decisions, many of which involve balancing business objectives with the needs and well-being of their teams. Empathy plays a crucial role here. It enables leaders to consider the human element in every decision, ensuring that outcomes are not only beneficial for the organization but also fair and supportive for the individuals involved. Neuroscientific studies suggest that empathy activates different parts of the brain, leading to more holistic decision-making. By understanding how decisions impact others emotionally, empathetic leaders are more likely to choose paths that foster loyalty and morale. This prevents costly issues like burnout, disengagement, and high turnover. Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks, is often cited as an example of a leader who prioritized empathy in decision-making. During the 2008 financial crisis, instead of focusing solely on cutting costs, Schultz worked to preserve employee benefits, including health care for part-time workers. His empathetic approach fostered long-term loyalty and a more motivated workforce, which eventually helped the company recover and grow stronger. Empathy and communication. Empathy significantly enhances communication by allowing leaders to tune into both verbal and nonverbal cues. It involves not just hearing words, but understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Empathetic leaders ask themselves, how does this person feel? And what is driving their perspective? This approach leads to more meaningful and productive conversations, as leaders are better equipped to address concerns and provide guidance. When leaders communicate with empathy, they build stronger, more trusting relationships. Employees feel heard and understood, which makes them more willing to share feedback and ideas openly. This is crucial in environments where innovation and problem-solving are key to success. The work of psychologist Abraham Maslow, particularly his hierarchy of needs, underscores the importance of addressing people's emotional and psychological needs in the workplace. Leaders who empathize with their employees' need for belonging, esteem, and self-actualization communicate in ways that fulfill these needs, resulting in more motivated and engaged teams. Empathy in conflict resolution. Conflict is inevitable in any organization, but how leaders manage it can make all the difference. Empathy is one of the most effective tools for resolving conflicts because it allows leaders to see the situation from multiple perspectives. When leaders empathize with the concerns of both sides in a conflict, they can mediate more effectively, finding solutions that satisfy all parties involved. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that leaders who exhibit high levels of empathy were better at resolving conflicts in a manner that resulted in long-term harmony rather than short-term fixes. Empathy helps leaders move beyond surface-level issues to uncover the deeper emotional drivers of conflict, allowing for resolutions that address root causes rather than symptoms. Nelson Mandela's leadership exemplified the power of empathy in conflict resolution. As he navigated South Africa's transition from apartheid to democracy, Mandela used empathy to understand the fears and concerns of all parties involved. His ability to connect emotionally with both his supporters and former adversaries helped build a lasting peace. Empathy as a motivational force. Empathy also plays a crucial role in motivation. Leaders who understand the individual aspirations, fears, and challenges of their team members can provide the right encouragement and support to keep them motivated. Instead of using generic incentives, empathetic leaders tailor their approach to each individual, recognizing their unique contributions and needs. This leads to higher levels of intrinsic motivation, where employees are driven by a genuine sense of purpose and fulfillment rather than external rewards. In a study by Development Dimensions International, DDI, employees reported that empathy in the workplace positively influenced their motivation and engagement. Leaders who regularly checked in with employees, showing concern for their well-being, were able to foster a more motivated and productive workforce. Empathy doesn't mean avoiding tough conversations or shielding people from criticism. On the contrary, empathetic leaders provide honest feedback, but they do so in a way that is constructive and considerate. This creates a culture of growth, where employees feel supported in their personal and professional development. Recommendations for leaders. Practice empathetic listening. Focus on understanding not just what is said, but the emotions and intentions behind the words. Make empathy a priority in decision-making. Consider the human impact of your choices, ensuring fairness and support for your team. Improve emotional intelligence. Develop your ability to read nonverbal cues and understand emotional contexts. Use empathy to resolve conflicts. Focus on understanding all sides of the issue to mediate effectively and find lasting solutions. Tailor motivation to individual needs. Recognize that each person is driven by different factors and adjust your approach accordingly. Empathy is more than just a soft skill. It is a leadership superpower that can transform the way you understand and lead others. By deepening your capacity for empathy, you will foster a more connected, motivated, and high-performing team. Focus point 3. Why modern corporate environments need to shift from finite to infinite thinking. Modern corporate environments often operate under the pressures of short-term goals, quarterly earnings, and immediate returns on investment. This creates a culture of finite thinking, where the focus is on immediate victories, competition, and tangible outcomes. While this approach can lead to quick results, it overlooks long-term sustainability, employee well-being, and innovation. Infinite thinking, on the other hand, is a mindset that values resilience, long-term vision, and adaptability over short-term wins. It encourages leaders to consider the bigger picture, prioritize sustainable growth, and invest in the future of both the company and its people. Simon Sinek, in his book The Infinite Game, argues that businesses should move beyond the finite mindset of winning and focus on playing an infinite game, where the goal is not to beat competitors, but to outlast them by continually evolving and improving. Companies that adopt infinite thinking aren't solely focused on quarterly earnings or immediate gains. They aim to build lasting success through long-term strategies, innovation, and nurturing talent. Finite thinking in the corporate world. The corporate world is dominated by finite games. Companies compete with each other for market share, talent, and customer loyalty. This finite approach often leads to decisions driven by urgency and a desire to win in the short term. Metrics such as quarterly profits, market value, and year-over-year growth become the primary indicators of success. However, this approach can come at a cost. Companies focused solely on immediate performance may cut corners, ignore employee well-being, or sacrifice long-term innovation to meet short-term targets. The 2008 financial crisis is an example of the dangers of finite thinking. Many financial institutions were hyper-focused on short-term profits, making risky investments and ignoring the long-term implications of their decisions. The result was a global economic collapse, which hurt not only these companies, but millions of people worldwide. This crisis underscored the importance of looking beyond immediate profits and considering the broader, long-term impact of business decisions. The infinite mindset, a path to resilience. Infinite thinking prioritizes resilience and adaptability. Instead of aiming for short-term wins, companies and leaders who embrace this mindset focus on sustainability, innovation, and continuous improvement. They understand that challenges and setbacks are part of a longer journey, and they view them as opportunities to learn and evolve rather than threats to their success. In the context of corporate strategy, infinite thinkers invest in the future. They prioritize research and development, talent acquisition, and long-term planning. This creates an environment where innovation can flourish and the company remains adaptable to changes in the market. Companies like Amazon and Tesla have famously adopted this approach, focusing on long-term disruption rather than immediate financial gains. Both organizations have demonstrated that a commitment to innovation and future planning leads to sustained success over time. The impact of infinite thinking on culture and leadership. Leaders who adopt an infinite mindset create healthier, more resilient corporate cultures. These leaders focus not just on the output of their teams, but on the overall well-being and development of their employees. When leaders encourage a culture of infinite thinking, employees are more engaged, motivated, and willing to innovate, as they feel that their contributions are part of a long-term vision, not just a quick win for the company. Consider the example of Patagonia, a company that has embraced infinite thinking in its corporate culture. Patagonia's commitment to environmental sustainability is not just a marketing strategy, it's embedded in its core philosophy. By taking a long-term approach to the environment and social responsibility, the company has built a loyal customer base and maintained profitability, while also making a positive impact on the world. This demonstrates how infinite thinking can create value for both the business and society at large. Leaders with an infinite mindset also focus on long-term relationships with employees, customers, and stakeholders. Instead of transactional interactions, they build lasting connections based on trust and shared values. This approach reduces turnover, enhances brand loyalty, and encourages stronger collaborations with partners and suppliers. Shifting from competition to collaboration. In finite games, competition is at the forefront. Companies constantly measure themselves against their competitors, striving to outperform them in every metric. However, infinite thinking recognizes that the goal is not to defeat competitors, but to outlast them by continuously evolving and improving. Instead of focusing on direct competition, infinite thinkers prioritize collaboration and collective progress. This mindset shifts from winning the market to growing it sustainably, benefiting all participants. Apple and Google, two of the world's largest tech companies, exemplify this shift. Although they are fierce competitors in areas like mobile technology, they have collaborated on several initiatives, including COVID-19 tracking systems. By recognizing that there are areas where collaboration serves the greater good, they demonstrate the value of an infinite mindset that transcends traditional competitive boundaries. The role of purpose in infinite thinking. Purpose plays a crucial role in an infinite mindset. Leaders and organizations with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to adopt long-term strategies because they are driven by something larger than profits. Purpose-oriented companies understand that their success is not defined by short-term victories, but by the lasting impact they have on their employees, customers, and society. Companies like Unilever have embraced this model by integrating sustainability and social responsibility into their business strategies. Their Sustainable Living Plan aims to decouple their growth from environmental impact, demonstrating a long-term commitment to both business success and global well-being. This sense of purpose not only guides their long-term strategy, but also attracts customers and employees who share the same values. Recommendations for leaders. Prioritize long-term goals. Focus on strategies that build sustainable growth rather than chasing immediate results. Invest in innovation. Allocate resources to research and development, even if the returns are not immediately visible. Encourage a culture of continuous improvement. Foster an environment where learning from failures is encouraged and progress is valued over perfection. Build strong relationships. Focus on long-term partnerships with employees, customers, and stakeholders, built on trust and shared values. Lead with purpose. Ensure that your organization's goals align with a larger purpose, driving long-term impact over short-term profits. Infinite thinking reshapes the way companies and leaders operate, ensuring that decisions are made with sustainability and long-term success in mind. By shifting from finite to infinite thinking, modern corporate environments can build resilience, foster innovation, and create lasting value for everyone involved. Focus point 4. The dangers of instant gratification and the importance of patience in finding fulfillment. In a world driven by immediacy, where technological advances and digital platforms cater to instant desires, the allure of instant gratification has become pervasive. Whether it's the desire for quick career advancement, immediate financial success, or rapid personal achievement, modern society often encourages us to seek fast rewards. However, the pursuit of instant gratification can undermine long-term fulfillment, create a sense of dissatisfaction, and erode the patience needed for deeper, more meaningful growth. Psychologists have long studied the human tendency toward instant gratification. One of the most famous studies on this topic is the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, led by psychologist Walter Mischel in the 1960s. Children were given the choice to eat one marshmallow immediately or wait 15 minutes to receive 2 marshmallows. The study revealed that those who were able to delay gratification achieved better life outcomes in terms of academic success, health, and emotional well-being. This experiment highlights the long-term value of patience and self-discipline in achieving more meaningful success. The trap of instant gratification. Instant gratification often leads to short-term satisfaction at the cost of long-term goals. When individuals focus solely on achieving quick results, they may overlook the benefits of perseverance, learning, and gradual progress. In corporate environments, leaders who prioritize immediate results may resort to cutting corners, sacrificing quality, or compromising ethics in the pursuit of rapid success. Over time, this approach erodes trust, damages reputations, and stifles growth. Consider the tech startup world, where companies are often pressured to achieve explosive growth in a short time. This growth at all costs mentality can lead to unsustainable business practices, financial mismanagement, and employee burnout. While the company may experience short-term gains, it risks long-term instability and failure. On the other hand, companies that take a more measured approach, focusing on sustainable growth and long-term value creation, are better positioned for lasting success. This highlights the dangers of prioritizing short-term wins over long-term stability. Patience, on the contrary, fosters an environment where individuals and organizations can focus on gradual improvement and sustainable growth. It allows for reflection, adaptation, and the cultivation of deeper skills and relationships. Leaders who value patience are more likely to encourage innovation, support their team's development, and create a resilient, forward-thinking culture. The neuroscience of delayed gratification. Neuroscientific research has explored the mechanisms behind our desire for instant gratification. The brain's reward system, particularly the release of dopamine, is activated when we experience something pleasurable or rewarding. Instant rewards trigger an immediate dopamine surge, creating a sense of satisfaction and reinforcing the behavior that led to the reward. However, this system can also drive impulsive behavior, as the brain craves the immediate rush of pleasure. Delayed gratification, on the other hand, engages the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions such as decision-making, planning, and self-control. This requires effort and discipline, as individuals must override the brain's natural inclination for immediate rewards in favor of future benefits. Studies show that individuals who can activate their prefrontal cortex to delay gratification tend to be more successful in various areas of life, as they are better equipped to set and achieve long-term goals. This neuroscience perspective highlights the value of developing self-discipline and the ability to delay gratification, both of which are critical for personal and professional growth. Leaders who cultivate these qualities are more likely to make thoughtful, strategic decisions that lead to lasting success. The role of patience in leadership. Patience is a hallmark of effective leadership. Leaders who understand the importance of patience recognize that true success takes time. Building a strong team, nurturing innovation, and creating lasting value requires sustained effort and perseverance. These leaders don't rush through challenges or seek shortcuts to success. Instead, they take the time to carefully assess situations, listen to their teams, and make well-informed decisions. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, often speaks about the importance of patience in achieving success. His investment philosophy centers on long-term thinking and avoiding the temptation of quick, speculative gains. Buffett's belief in the power of compounding over time is a testament to how patience, when applied consistently, can lead to extraordinary results. His approach to investing, waiting for the right opportunity and nurturing it over time, provides a valuable lesson for leaders in all fields. In contrast, leaders who lack patience may become reactive, making hasty decisions based on incomplete information. They may also struggle to maintain the trust and loyalty of their teams, as employees feel pressured to deliver immediate results rather than focusing on sustainable progress. This leads to higher levels of stress, burnout, and turnover, all of which can negatively impact the organization's long-term success. Patience as a path to fulfillment. Fulfillment comes not from achieving quick victories, but from the process of growth, learning, and overcoming challenges. Patience allows individuals to find deeper satisfaction in the journey rather than being fixated solely on the destination. Leaders who value patience are more likely to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning in their work, as they understand that true success is built over time through consistent effort and perseverance. In the field of personal development, psychologist Carol Dweck's theory of the growth mindset underscores the importance of patience and persistence. According to Dweck, individuals with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through hard work, learning, and resilience. They embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and are willing to invest the time and effort needed to improve. Leaders who adopt a growth mindset inspire their teams to embrace learning and personal development, fostering a culture of continuous improvement and long-term success. Recommendations for leaders. Practice long-term thinking. Focus on sustainable goals and avoid the temptation of short-term rewards that may compromise long-term success. Cultivate self-discipline. Train your mind to delay gratification and prioritize long-term growth over immediate pleasure. Foster a culture of patience. Encourage your team to value gradual progress and perseverance, recognizing that true success takes time. Embrace the journey. Find fulfillment in the process of learning, growth, and overcoming challenges, rather than focusing solely on the end result. Led by example. Demonstrate patience and long-term thinking in your decisions, showing your team that sustainable success is worth the wait. By avoiding the pitfalls of instant gratification and embracing the value of patience, leaders can cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment, both for themselves and their teams. Patience fosters resilience, encourages innovation, and ultimately leads to more meaningful and sustainable success. Focus point 5. How to apply infinite thinking to your career and relationships for lasting success. Applying infinite thinking to your career and relationships involves shifting from a mindset of short-term gains and transactional interactions to one that values long-term growth, resilience, and genuine connection. This approach is rooted in the understanding that success, whether professional or personal, is not defined by immediate results or winning against others, but by sustained effort, adaptability, and continuous improvement over time. In the professional world, Infinite thinking means adopting a career strategy that prioritizes growth, development, and the creation of lasting value. Rather than seeking quick promotions or immediate financial rewards, infinite thinkers focus on building skills, expanding their networks, and contributing meaningfully to their industries. This allows them to stay relevant, adapt to changes, and maintain a sense of purpose throughout their careers. In relationships, whether in the workplace or in personal life, infinite thinking shifts the focus from transactional exchanges, where people give in order to receive, to fostering genuine, long-term connections built on trust, mutual respect, and shared values. By nurturing relationships over time, individuals create strong networks of support that help them navigate challenges and seize new opportunities. Infinite thinking in career development. When applied to career growth, infinite thinking encourages professionals to view their careers as long-term journeys rather than a series of short-term objectives. Rather than aiming for immediate promotions, raises, or recognition, individuals should focus on acquiring valuable skills, building expertise, and making meaningful contributions to their field. This perspective not only helps individuals achieve lasting success, but also allows them to maintain resilience in the face of setbacks and changes. Harvard Business Review research on career satisfaction shows that individuals who approach their careers with a long-term mindset tend to be more fulfilled and successful. These professionals invest in their personal development through continuous learning, networking, and taking on challenges that push them out of their comfort zones. Rather than being discouraged by failure or stagnation, they view these experiences as opportunities to grow and evolve. One key aspect of infinite thinking in career development is the willingness to take a holistic approach to learning. In a rapidly changing job market, the skills that are valuable today may not be relevant tomorrow. Therefore, it's crucial to adopt a mindset of lifelong learning, where the goal is not just to master a single skill or achieve a particular milestone, but to continuously evolve. This makes professionals more adaptable and better equipped to seize new opportunities. Consider the story of Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, who adopted a long-term, growth-oriented approach when he took over leadership in 2014. Instead of focusing solely on short-term profits, Nadella emphasized continuous innovation, learning, and collaboration, transforming the company's culture. His leadership reflects the power of infinite thinking in shaping a sustainable and adaptable career trajectory. Building strong relationships with infinite thinking. In relationships, infinite thinking emphasizes long-term connection, trust, and mutual growth. Rather than approaching relationships with a transactional mindset, where people give to get something in return, an infinite thinker builds relationships based on shared values, understanding, and patience. This fosters deeper and more meaningful connections that endure over time. In the corporate world, relationships are critical to success. Leaders who apply infinite thinking prioritize building strong, lasting relationships with their teams, peers, and stakeholders. They focus on creating environments where people feel valued, respected, and understood. This approach leads to higher levels of trust, collaboration, and innovation. John C. Maxwell, in his book The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, emphasizes that leadership is about influence, not position. Maxwell argues that the ability to build lasting relationships is one of the most important skills for any leader. Leaders who invest in their relationships over time, through mentoring, coaching, and genuinely supporting their teams, build influence that lasts far longer than any title or authority. In personal relationships, infinite thinking encourages individuals to be patient, understanding, and committed to long-term growth. Instead of seeking immediate validation or quick resolutions to conflicts, they focus on nurturing trust and communication over time. This leads to stronger, more resilient relationships that can withstand challenges and evolve as circumstances change. Adapting to change and uncertainty with infinite thinking. The modern world is characterized by constant change and uncertainty. Infinite thinkers excel in such environments because they view challenges as part of a larger journey rather than obstacles that need to be overcome immediately. They are flexible, adaptable, and focused on long-term progress rather than reacting impulsively to short-term setbacks. In the context of career development, This adaptability means being open to new opportunities, even when they require a change in direction. Instead of clinging to rigid career paths, infinite thinkers embrace change as an opportunity for growth. They understand that careers are not linear and that success often requires detours, pivots, and adjustments along the way. The same principle applies to relationships. Infinite thinkers are patient and understanding, knowing that conflicts and disagreements are inevitable. Instead of allowing these challenges to damage relationships, they use them as opportunities to deepen understanding, build empathy, and strengthen their bonds with others. The importance of purpose in infinite thinking. Purpose is at the core of infinite thinking. Individuals and organizations that operate with a clear sense of purpose are more likely to adopt long-term strategies that prioritize sustainability, growth, and meaningful impact. In contrast, those who focus only on short-term success may achieve quick wins, but struggle to maintain momentum and relevance over time. In careers, purpose-driven individuals are more resilient because their motivation comes from a desire to make a lasting impact rather than from external rewards. They are willing to invest time and effort into projects that align with their values, even if the rewards are not immediate. In relationships, purpose-driven individuals focus on building connections that are meaningful and aligned with their values. These relationships are not based on convenience or immediate benefit, but on shared goals, trust, and mutual support. Recommendations for leaders. Prioritize long-term career development. Focus on continuous learning and skill building rather than chasing short-term promotions or financial gains. Build strong, lasting relationships. Invest in trust, communication, and shared values to create enduring connections both at work and in personal life. Embrace adaptability. View career changes and relationship challenges as opportunities for growth, and be flexible in navigating uncertainty. Lead with purpose. Align your career goals and relationships with a deeper sense of purpose to ensure sustained success and fulfillment. Practice patience. Recognize that both career growth and relationships take time to develop and thrive, and avoid the temptation of quick fixes or immediate rewards. By applying infinite thinking to both career and relationships, individuals can achieve lasting success, personal fulfillment, and deeper connections. This approach emphasizes long-term growth, adaptability, and the pursuit of meaningful impact over the pursuit of quick wins and transactional gains. To become a more empathetic and effective leader, you need to develop the ability to understand and relate to the emotions, perspectives, and needs of those you lead. Empathy builds trust, strengthens communication, and fosters a positive work environment. Effective leaders listen actively, respond with compassion, and prioritize the well-being and growth of their teams. Empathy also requires patience and the willingness to set aside personal biases to fully understand others. A key aspect of this leadership style is creating a culture where people feel valued and supported, leading to higher engagement and productivity. The difference between finite and infinite thinking is fundamental to how we approach leadership and success. Finite thinking is focused on short-term goals, competition, and immediate wins. It's about beating others, achieving a fixed result, and often leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. Infinite thinking, on the other hand, is long-term and purpose-driven. It focuses on growth, adaptability, and sustainability. Infinite thinkers aim for lasting impact, continuous improvement, and success that evolves over time. This mindset helps leaders navigate uncertainty, foster resilience, and build organizations that thrive in the long run. Building meaningful, lasting relationships in work and life requires time, trust, and intentional effort. Rather than viewing relationships as transactional, effective leaders and individuals focus on genuine connection. This means being present, showing respect, and offering support without expecting something in return. It's important to prioritize open communication, patience, and shared values. Investing in relationships over the long term strengthens bonds, enhances collaboration, and creates networks of trust that can help navigate challenges and achieve mutual success. Breaking free from the cycle of instant gratification requires a shift in mindset and behavior. In a world where quick rewards are highly valued, it's easy to lose sight of long-term goals and meaningful fulfillment. To focus on sustainable success, individuals must learn to delay short-term pleasures in favor of long-term gains. This involves developing patience, practicing self-discipline, and embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Setting clear, purposeful goals and reminding yourself of the bigger picture can help you stay focused on what truly matters, leading to deeper satisfaction and lasting success. As we wrap up this insightful journey into empathy, leadership, and long-term thinking, it's clear that true success isn't about quick wins or momentary gains. Rather, it's about embracing an infinite mindset, prioritizing genuine relationships, and having the patience to grow personally and professionally over time. The lessons we've explored will help you build more meaningful careers, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of fulfillment in both work and life. Key takeaways. Empathy and leadership. Empathy fosters trust, cooperation, and connection. It's the foundation of effective leadership, enabling you to understand others and inspire true collaboration. Finite versus infinite thinking. Finite thinking is focused on short-term gains and competition, while infinite thinking is about long-term growth, adaptability, and lasting success. Building relationships. Meaningful relationships in both work and life are built on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Lasting connections come from genuine effort and long-term investment. Breaking free from instant gratification. To achieve sustainable success, it's important to develop patience and focus on long-term goals instead of seeking immediate rewards. Recommendations. Practice empathy in all aspects of leadership and communication. Adopt an infinite mindset by focusing on long-term growth and adaptability. Invest time and effort into building lasting relationships based on trust. Be patient and focus on sustainable success rather than chasing instant gratification. By applying these principles, you can transform the way you lead, work, and live. Remember, empathy and infinite thinking lead to more resilient, meaningful, and fulfilling success. Thank you for your support and for being a part of the Media Dean community. If you found this audiobook helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more valuable content. Listening is key to improving your English, and as we always say, the more you listen, the better you speak. So, keep listening, keep learning, and we look forward to sharing more knowledge with you soon.